Hey, are you about to buy a pickup truck? Stop right now. What I'm about to show you in the next few minutes could literally save you from losing tens of thousands of dollars. I've discovered 5 pickup trucks that are destroying the financial lives of American owners. And one of them was recalled for catastrophic engine failure in over 90,000 units just in 2024. If you're thinking about buying used or even new, you need to know this information before signing any contract. Because while salespeople are pushing these problematic machines on you, hundreds of owners are facing repair bills that reach $15,000. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly which models and years you should avoid like the plague, how much each repair will cost, and how to identify these problems before buying. Stay with me until the end, because number 1 on this list will shock you. Let's start with one that many people don't even know has problems. The Nissan Titan XD with the Cummins 5.0 OLV8 diesel engine from 2016 to 2019. Sounds good on paper, right? Cummins engine, reliable brand. But wait a minute, here's the problem. Nissan took a diesel engine that was developed for European regulations and tried to adapt it to American standards. The result? A Frankenstein emission system that fails more than it works. This engine came directly from Europe and brought along all the European emission problems. The EGR system fails constantly. The turbocharger has a ridiculously short lifespan, and the emissions after treatment system is a real nightmare. Consumer Reports classified the Titan XD as one of the worst vehicles in terms of reliability. The EGR system clogs up and causes total power loss. You'll be driving and suddenly the truck won't accelerate anymore. Turbochargers explode before 80,000 miles. And when I say explode, it's literally with metal pieces flying around. NOx sensors cost more than $2,000 to replace. Yes, you heard that right. $2,000 for a sensor. The DEF system simply stops working, and then your truck becomes a 3-ton paperweight. There are constant leaks in the cooling system that leave you stranded on the road, plus electronic problems that make the truck enter limp mode, limiting speed to 65 miles per hour. Prepare your wallet, because a complete emission system overhaul can easily exceed $8,000. And that's not counting the turbo, which costs another $4,000. If you add everything up, turbo, EGR system, sensors, and specialized labor, and you can easily spend $15,000 just to make the truck work properly again. And here's the worst part. Many shops don't even know how to fix these problems correctly, so you end up going back several times for the same repair. The important thing to remember is that the gasoline models of the Titan don't have these specific problems. It's specifically the XD diesel that you should avoid. The gasoline version is actually quite reliable, but this diesel is a financial time bomb. Now, let's talk about one everyone knows, the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. But attention, I'm not talking about all Silverados. I'm talking specifically about the 2005 to 2015 years with the 5.3-liter V8 engine. The year 2005 was so bad that Consumer Reports gave it a reliability score of only 40 out of 100. 40. That's practically a certificate of incompetence. And to give you an idea, a Corolla from the same year scored 85. The big villain here is the active fuel management system, which was GM's great innovation to save fuel. In theory, it deactivates half the cylinders when you don't need full power. In practice, it systematically destroys the hydraulic lifters. General Motors had a brilliant idea. Let's make a system that constantly turns cylinders on and off. What they didn't count on was that this would cause uneven pressure in the lubrication system, making the lifters literally disintegrate. You'll hear that terrible tick-tick-tick in the engine. It sounds like an old sewing machine. There's sudden power loss, where you step on the accelerator and nothing happens. Excessive oil consumption means you'll be adding oil every week. The check engine light comes on constantly, and when you plug in the OBD scanner, it shows misfire-related codes. You'll also notice rattling noises, especially on cold starts in an engine that stumbles at low RPMs. This will hurt your wallet between $3 to $7,000 to replace lifters and camshaft. And that's if you catch it early. If you let it go, you might need a new engine, and then it's $15,000 or more. And here's more. Once the lifters fail, they can release metal pieces that circulate throughout the entire engine, causing cascading damage. Many owners try to disable the AFM system with modifications, but this can cause other problems and void warranties. The important tip here is that Silverados from 2016 onward improved significantly. GM learned from their mistakes, completely revised the AFM system, and today's new generations are much more reliable. So, don't throw away the entire brand because of these specific years. But if you see a 2005 to 2015 Silverado that's too cheap, be suspicious. Moving on to the Ram 1500, a beautiful, comfortable, powerful pickup that can leave you stranded when you need it most. Especially talking about the 2013 to 2020 years with the famous Hemi engine. The year 2013 was so catastrophic that it received a score of 15 out of 100 from Consumer Reports. 15? That shouldn't even exist in the market. To give you perspective, that's worse than cars from the 1980s. The problem started when Chrysler, which became Stellantis, decided to modernize the Hemi engine to meet emission regulations. They added technologies like MDS, multiple displacement system, and more complex injection systems, but the engine base remained the same as the 2000s. The famous Hemi tick is an unmistakable sound that indicates failing lifters. It sounds like a death song. Exhaust manifolds crack and cause leaks. And when this happens, you hear a tractor-like noise. Transmission problems make the truck stumble, especially the 8-speed transmission. Oil leaks throughout the engine, mainly in the oil pan gaskets and valve covers. Premature failures in the MDS system that deactivates cylinders, electrical problems in the ignition system, and fuel pumps that fail without warning, leaving you stranded on the road. Things got so bad that there are Facebook groups just for Ram owners discussing Hemi engine problems. Lifter repairs cost $4,000 to $6,000, and that's only if nothing else was damaged. Exhaust manifolds cost $2,000 to $3,000 because they're made of special materials, and transmission repairs run $5,000 to $8,000 and can break again. If the engine seizes due to lack of lubrication, it's $20,000 or more. Here's information that will surprise you. Ram stopped manufacturing Hemi engines in 2024. Know why? Because even they got tired of the problems. After decades trying to fix this engine, they simply gave up and moved to new turbo engines. The new 2025 Rams have completely different engines. A turbocharged V6 Hurricane. We still don't know if they're reliable because they're very new, but at least they don't have the known Hemi problems. If you're looking at used Rams, stay away from the years I mentioned. If you thought you'd seen bad things, wait until you learn about the Ford Triton, 5.4 liters from 2004 to 2010. This engine is so problematic that mechanics developed special tools just to deal with its defects. There's literally a toolkit called Triton Spark Plug Removal Kit sold to shops. Ford tried to be innovative, creating a modular engine with advanced technology for its time. The result was an engine that looked good on paper, but was a nightmare in real life. The spark plug threads were too small and weak for a high-compression engine. The spark plugs literally fly out of the engine. That's right, the aluminum head threads are so weak they can't hold the plugs. When this happens, you hear a sound, like a cannon shot, under the hood, followed by a cloud of smoke. But here's the worst part. When the plug flies out, it can damage the aluminum head threads, and then you can't just replace the plug. You need a complex repair with special inserts. Timing chains stretch and break without warning, and when they break, it's catastrophic. Cam phasers make an infernal noise that sounds like a jackhammer running. Oil leaks from practically everything: gaskets, seals, covers. The ignition system fails constantly, with coils burning out, one after another. Cooling system problems cause overheating and plugs that stick to the head and break when you try to remove them. This became such a common problem that Ford changed the plug design twice. What's most revealing is that Ford knew about these problems and continued manufacturing the engine for years. They only stopped when consumer pressure became unbearable. Repairing the plug threads costs $2,000 to $3,000 per affected cylinder, and usually more than one is affected. A complete timing chain job runs $4,000 to $6,000, assuming no valve damage. If the whole engine breaks, it's $10,000 to $15,000, which is more common than it should be. Now, coil replacements cost $200 to $400 each, and you'll replace them multiple times. I know people who bought F-150S with this engine and literally abandoned the vehicle when they learned the repair cost. It's cheaper to buy another used car than to fix this engine. The crucial information here is that F-150S, with other engines like the 4.6-liter and later EcoBoost, don't have these specific problems. It's literally only the 5.4-liter Triton. That's a nightmare. If you see an F-150 from that era, the first question you ask is, what engine does it have? If the answer is 5.4 liters, you turn around and walk away. And we reach number 1, the Ford F-150, with first-generation EcoBoost engine from 2011 to 2016. This one isn't just problematic, it's dangerous. And I'll explain why this engine is at the top of our list. In 2024, Ford was forced to recall more than 90,000 vehicles because intake valves were literally breaking and falling into cylinders, causing catastrophic engine failure. This isn't a small problem. When this happens, you lose the complete engine instantly. The NHTSA, which is like the American Automotive Safety Agency, began investigating after owners started reporting engines that simply died out of nowhere. What they discovered was shocking. Ford used inadequate material in the valves called silch chrome light, which couldn't handle the extreme heat of the turbo engine. Intake valves fracture and destroy the engine completely without warning. Without symptoms, it just stops. Timing chains stretch and skip, especially in 2011 to 2014 models. Massive carbon buildup chokes the engine because of direct injection without port injection. Intercoolers accumulate condensation and cause failures mainly in humid climates. Problems in the PCV system cause massive oil leaks. Turbos fail prematurely, especially if you use inadequate oil and ignition systems that can't handle turbo pressure. The worst part is that many of these problems happen right after the warranty expires. Coincidence? I don't think so. When valves break, a new engine costs $15,000 to $20,000. That's more than many cars cost. Timing chain work runs $6,000 with all the labor and can break again. Carbon cleaning costs $800 to $1,200 per session, and you'll need to do it regularly. Turbochargers cost $3 to $5,000 each, and there are two of them. Intercooler replacement runs $1,500 to $2,500. The NHTSA discovered that Ford knew about the problem since 2022, but took years to do something about it, and hundreds of owners were left without cars, without money, and without answers. Some sued Ford negligence, and many cases were settled out of court with confidential agreements. What's most revolting is that Ford sold these engines as more efficient and powerful, but didn't warn about reliability risks. It was marketing built on inadequately tested technology. The very important thing to remember is that Ford corrected these problems in the second-generation EcoBoost from 2017 onward. The new engines use better materials, have port injection along with direct injection, and improved lubrication systems. So, don't avoid all F-150s, just these specific first-generation ones. If you have one, watch for symptoms and maintain an emergency reserve. Look, I'm not here to destroy any brand. All these manufacturers make excellent products today. The problem is that during certain periods, they had serious problems that can cost you a lot of money. The lesson here is simple. Always research the specific year and specific engine before buying any used pickup. 1 year can be excellent, and the next year can be a total nightmare. If you have any of these pickups, don't panic. Many people drive them without problems, but stay alert to the symptoms I mentioned and maintain an emergency reserve for possible repairs. And if you're buying, now you know exactly what to avoid. Your wallet will thank you later. Was this useful? Let me know in the comments if you've had experience with any of these pickups. And if you have another one I should have mentioned, leave it down there because I want to know your